At a point in my life, my salary was 60,000 naira. My transport to and fro to the office in a month was 55,000. My salary comes today. After a week, I'll start sleeping in the office.
Yep.
Someone will come to you, tell you, what makes me happy is doing what I do. No. What makes you really happy?
Money makes you happy.
My brother, 100%.
What really made you want to change your life?
Early in my life, I realized my life depended on me. When I wanted to start real estate development, right? Our rent was 6 months behind. I left home one day and I told my mom I was not coming back until I make money. But guess what? I was able to make my first sale. It was 6.4 millionaire. And that changed everything.
You don't have a university degree.
Yeah.
The many young people who are screaming of unemployment in this country, what are the options do they have?
Every person who's currently in my company, none of them have I ever seen their university degree before. None. It's all about value. What can you do? Skill. And the school wants to teach you this.
Ayo, what's the biggest mistake you made in real estate?
There's no mistake. Everything that looks like a mistake is a lesson. Nobody knew me. I literally built from the internet. We've sold estates from Instagram.
How?
There are two ways to go about it. Number one is either you.
So real estate in Nigeria is set to hit 2.4 trillion USD over the next few years. So I'm speaking to Ayo Akindipe, and he's going to really break it down. This is going to be a masterclass. For the people who want to get into real estate in this part of Africa, this conversation is for you. This is going to be truth about real estate in Nigeria. How do you start? Education is key here. Remember, on the 9th of September, Konnected Minds Live is happening in Kumasi. Osei, come with us. The details are going to be in the description and also in the comments. So grab yourself a seat because you don't want to miss out. Now, for my entrepreneurs who are in the community on Tribe, we are going to be meeting every week to have conversations and discussions about your business. Now, if you are not on Tribe and you want to join, the details are going to be in the description. So click and join and become part of the entrepreneurs community. Stick with me. Hey, Ayo, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
You have a very calm spirit. It feels as if I'm still in Ghana. I'm still in Ghana doing an interview. Now, let's get deep into it. How did you get into real estate?
So, majorly getting into real estate was more of God's vision. You know, I'd done almost everything in my life from when I was 13 until when I was 19. And I just needed the direction and just one thing that I could do well and do it, just be known for it. And I really prayed to God this time when I was in school. And God gave me the vision for real estate. And I started just as a realtor, a consultant, an agent on the streets also. I did that for like 2-3 years. And now I've been in real estate for at least 10 years. Yeah.
10 years and you are still below 30, but how does that work?
I started when I was 19.
Okay, at 19, real estate. How?
As an agent, a realtor, jump all about, try. So the crazy thing is this. For like 2-3 years of my first life in real estate, I didn't sell one thing.
And which aspect of real estate is it?
Yeah, residential.
So you were selling?
Yeah, I was trying to market other people's properties, market lands, try to rent houses for people. Yeah.
Where did you get that skill to be able to do that? You just jump in there?
No.
Okay.
I learned. So when I got the vision, what I did was I jumped into different training rooms. In fact, I went to as much trainings to the extent I went into wrong training rooms. One of those times, I got into one of the training rooms and I do attend few trainings, right? One of this time, I just go into the training room and everything was organized. Everything was so nice. We went on tea break, apple break, lunch break. I'm like, no. The seminars and trainings that I go for, they're usually free and they don't share food. If they try, they'll probably give you water.
Yeah.
So one of the breaks, I requested one of the organizers and the person was like, okay, what's the problem? I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place. They were teaching what sounded like sales. It was a copyright class, right? It sounded like sales. It was more about, about copywriting, right? And how it has, to do with, having the right copies in terms of marketing the product and all that. And in one of the breaks, I was like, I think I'm in the wrong place. She was like, you think so? Like, you just walked into a 150,000 naira room. I borrowed money to attend that conference. So how is it that I'm walking into a training room that is paid for? It was like, oh, it's fine. You can come the next day and get your certificate for free. And that was it. So I went to so many training rooms, so many trainings. And one of the trainings and one of the courses that changed my life, I always tell people, is The Straight Line by Jordan Belfort. Yeah. The Straight Line by Jordan Belfort teaches you a lot about sales, about tonality, about presentation. Very simple things, even how to shake people properly. Like, and trust me, I learned skills there that got me my first job in real estate.
When we were speaking earlier, you said your path has been skill, and you learning things for yourself. Essentially, I think there was a part where you were telling me that you were a bricklayer at some point. Now, where did that come in? Is that because family did not have enough money? Were you just trying to survive? The hustle culture? What is it?
So growing up was really tough. In fact, when people ask me how many schools did I go, like for primary and for secondary, probably 10.
10. Wow.
Yeah, for primary, probably 10. For secondary, probably like another 10 again.
Why?
Growing up was very tough, and it was rough. And even for me, I repeated Jesus one like 3 times, right? And crazy part is this: the Jesus one that I repeated 3 times, I went to different schools at those 3 times.
But why did you keep changing schools?
So life was really tough. Just let me put it that way. And I grew up with a single mother. And at some point, she had to also leave to try to make things happen for us. I wouldn't say we didn't have what we wanted. Yes, I mean, we're always contented. My mother raised us up in a way. I have a sister. She raised us in a way that we just knew how to manage things. We could have one egg. In fact, there are many things that she only reminds me of now. How we could have just one egg and we divide into three, and three of us eat, and it's just fine. Or on days where we don't have so much, we're just always really fine. But for me, businesses started, I think, way before even when I was 13. When I was 7, 8 years old, one of my neighbor gifted me a camera, brand new camera. I lived in a place where we call Face Me I Slap You. Do you guys understand that in Ghana? So Face Me I Slap You in Nigeria means you have like, it's like a building where you have a lot of people living.
Right.
And it's just one room and it faces themselves. And then they have just one kitchen and they have just one toilet. That's how it is, yeah. So it's like an environment where people in the kitchen, you all cook in the same kitchen, and people would come and probably borrow salts, borrow palm oil. So it's that kind of environment. That's right. And one of my neighbors woke up one day and gifted me a camera, brand new, at 7. We lived in a place called Motion. And I would go on the street then because in Lagos, Lagos was quite interesting at the point. People, whenever they want to have parties, they do it on the main road. They just put canopies on the road and have their parties. So it was, I had the camera, so I would just go there, take pictures of people, and then print out the film, and then give it to people for maybe like 10 naira, 5 naira. It was just fun. Oh, in fact, those money, what did I use it for? Probably bought toy guns and bullets. But it was very interesting. My mother was a tailor who would sew dusters and sell it to school people. That's how I grew up. So when I was 13, at the point my mom was not around, and I just had that desire to make my life, make sense. And I mean, all my life I've always been creative. So when I was 13, I just also wanted to be busy. It was not out of there was no money. Yes, there was not as much.
What really made you want to change your life?
I think early in my life, I realized my life depended on me. Very early in my life. So when I was 13, I mean, I did bricklayer. When I was 15, I did, when I was 15, 16, I did photography. I went to Filmmaking Institute. I did business consultation, business registration. I was a graphics designer. I was a website designer.
You were a middleman as well for a lot of things.
I remember that. So, I did GNLD. GNLD in Nigeria is like all this forever living that you go sell people's medications on the street. I sold drinks on the street. I sold data. I sold airtime. I did everything. And that's usually my advice to young people. Just do everything first before you overthink.
And which point in a young person's life should they be trying to do everything?
There was this thing we were taught growing up that, oh, every one of us has a purpose in life. You need to discover your purpose. And you would realize that people grow to 25, 27, 30, and they're still like, oh, I'm still trying to discover my purpose. People get jobs and they're like, I'm trying to discover my purpose. I don't think there's anything like purpose. I think there's something like finding something to do that is worth doing and doing it well and doing it until you're successful in it. But before you do that, of course, you have a lot of time. So do everything. Because it's in the process of doing everything, you will find that one thing that makes more sense.
So you don't believe in purpose?
I think purpose is just a word used to confuse people. Because the moment you keep saying purpose, it makes people overthink.
Well, then what is more important than purpose?
Finding one thing to do. Just finding something worth doing and doing it well. Even the Bible says it. Set a man diligent in his works. He will do what? Stand before kings. And the same Bible also says, whatever your hands finds to do it well. Do it with all their might. So where's purpose?
So when you had the revelation that you should go into real estate, wouldn't you have said that, oh, this is purpose?
Yes. But do you know how many books I read on purpose?
Okay.
And I still did not understand what my purpose was.
If I understand what you're saying, then it means that people should focus on what is going to pay them, make them money, and give them skills.
Yes. People should focus on what makes them a better person,
Okay.
what makes them money, what makes life sustainable.
Where does the joy and happiness in what you're doing comes in?
So that's the thing. I feel like we're in a system where a lot of us are not exactly honest with ourselves. What exactly makes you happy? Someone will come to you, tell you, what makes me happy is doing what I do. No. What makes you really happy? What makes you really happy can be having freedom to travel, having a lot of money to enjoy life, having necessary things of life, living in a good place. That makes you happy. Driving. My brother, have you driven a sport car before? I just bought a G-Wagon. Yeah. And my brother, when I first sit on sport loss,
It makes you happy.
it makes me happy. In fact, like I could probably be, bothered about something and just a drive, my brother, I'm okay.
Money makes you happy.
So you have to be really honest about what truly makes you happy.
When you look back in your life and then you compare it to now, you're 100% going to say that money has made you happier than you were.
No.
Okay.
Because it didn't start with money. I would say first, impact has made me happy. Impact literally made me build so much influence. Impact made people even believe in me. A lot of people have bought from us. A lot of people have bought real estate from me, not because of the product was good. They bought because of the kind of person I am. In fact, people buy from. Do you know how many people use my name to sell? So that's impact.
It was 50 Cent who said this. He was in a video when I was watching this, and he said, there are people who have less money, but they live better than people who have more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, to scale it, ignorance can make people more happier.
Absolutely. Just not knowing something makes some people happy. Like, I don't want to know. I don't even. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you that, okay, money has made me happy. I would only say impact first. And of course, the things money have been able to get me makes me happy. Because you can have money and have problems.
But it is still important that people make money.
100%. 100%. But money is not as important as the impact itself.
Well, then look, if we look at purpose and then we look at impact, like, wouldn't you say that it's the same word in different clothing. To you, you may not be living your purpose, bro.
No, I think I am, but I feel like life is in phases.
Right.
So when you know life is in phases, and you think you want to just discover your purpose, and to you your purpose is just one thing,
That's where the problem is.
that's where the problem is. Meanwhile, life is in what phases?
Ayo, I'm a 19-year-old who wants to chart the path that you are on. What will be my first step?
Learn as much as you can.
Where do I learn from?
Learn online. There was a time I went out with a client, a prospect, to inspect a property. On our way back, we stopped by an eatery, and we got in a ordered for rice and chicken. He was eating his own. I ate my rice, and I said I was going to pack the chicken. Why do you think I said that? Because I don't know how to use fork and knife. So I said I would pack it. So I had, because I mean I grew up. But guess
Wow.
what, my brother? I went home and I started learning on YouTube how to use fork and knife. I went home, I learned how to hold a glass of wine. On YouTube, I learned how to sit. On YouTube, I learned how to speak. On YouTube was where I discovered Jordan Belfort. Learn as much as you can.
A lot of African kids have got the same medium. To reach people, they have the same platforms that you've built your business on. Why are they not using it?
They're not ready for life. I mean, I'm not the best reader, but I can be a very good listener. And one thing about myself is when I decide to read a book, I could read a chapter and I would do it. I would do that chapter. I would not just read, I would do it. So I can abandon the book, but I would do that chapter one that I read. Go back to it again, read chapter two, do it. You just have to be a learner and an executor. You have to be able to take action on everything all the time. I mean, for you, the only reason why you are where you are currently today is because you took action. And because you also in the process you learned. So you can't take learning away. If you don't like to read, listen.
You don't have a university degree.
Yeah.
You have done fantastic for yourself. There's an average Nigerian that is listening to you right now. You've spoken about the fact that people should be autodidact, learn for themselves, go on YouTube, read books, take action. The many young people who are screaming of unemployment in this country, what are the options do they have after university? Or in university, what else can they do to better their lives?
You see, this question is a very deep question. And why did I say so? A few days ago, someone reached out to me and has been in my DM for a while even, and said, "Oh, I need a job, I need help, I need this." And I said, "What can you do?" Guess the next response I got. "Oh, I graduated from this school, I studied this." Thank you. I did not ask, "Did you graduate? Are you in school? Are you done?" I did not ask. Every person who has worked for me, every person who is currently in my company, none of them have I ever seen their university degree before or requested for it. None. Not even their NYSC service certification or anything. None. It is always a question of what can you do?
Let me stop you here for a minute. So if it's your first time watching Konnected Minds, or you have been here before but still have not subscribed, do us a favor, because majority of the people that watch our videos have not subscribed. This doesn't help us grow beyond what we expect. So help us by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you. Now let's get back to the conversation.
It's all about value. What can you do? And even when it comes to what can you do, I'm not even expecting the best. I'm just expecting that you know and you are willing to get better.
What you can do is more important than the certificate you hold.
What you can do is more important. Skill. Do you know how to sell? Do you know how to speak? Do you know how to sing? Do you know how to cook? What can you do? What's that thing in your hand that you can do? I used to think skills was all about learning how to barb hair, plait hair, or maybe be a plumber. Like that used to be what we used to think. But today everybody can see. skill is more than all of that. Skill is just knowing also. In fact, presentation is a skill.
Well, I mean, there's soft skills and then there's hard skills, and I definitely agree that while we are learning how to communicate, we must also learn how to look confident. We must learn how to do presentations, talk about ourselves, emotional intelligence.
And the school wants to teach you this.
No,
Exactly.
but we are not saying that the school is bad. We're saying that
Do you know I'm currently in a school also?
okay,
Yeah. I'm taking a degree and I intend to even get masters and also get PhD if possible.
you're doing it the other way around. You're doing it the other way around. So you've built skills, built a business, and now you've gone back to school.
My brother, at the end of the day, I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm only saying that as much education as you want to get is as much knowledge and real life knowledge you need to be getting.
So step one, the 19-year-old built some skills. They are learning. Step two, what is that going to be? Take me on the path.
Okay. Step one, learn as much as you can, whether in school, out of school, anyhow, but learn. Number two, just go out. Do as much as you can do. Because after learning, it's only action also. Your life cannot change indoors. Your life can only change outdoors. Because you need people. You need the system. You need to engage.
Pascal said he does not have even the money to step out. He's learned everything he's going to learn. He doesn't even know where he should go.
Trek. You don't have money? Trek. Just be out.
But where is he going?
Get a job. My brother, I got a job. And when I got a job, it didn't change my situation, but I learned. At a point in my life, my salary was 60,000 Naira. My transport to and fro to the office in a month was 55,000. Guess what? My salary comes today. After a week, I'll start sleeping in the office.
Yep.
And I have to sleep in the office to make sure they don't find out or jump on late night bus. In fact, a lot of times I would get home, my mom's at the bus stop at 1 a.m. waiting for me.
But like, how come young people are not getting this though? Why don't they understand this concept? Because everything you're telling me has been a lot of hard work,
Yes.
a lot of consistency.
Consistency.
Why are many young people not getting this?
People are lazy in their mind.
Lazy in their mind.
And they're also lazy in actions. So lazy in their mind is overthinking if something would work or not. Lazy in the mind is overthinking if something will change your life or not. Lazy in your mind is being afraid, being scared. That's being lazy in your mind. And lazy in action is also not wanting to take the step because you feel like you don't have all of it, or it's just overthinking. There's just so much overthinking around young people.
There are people who had worse conditions than you growing
Yes.
up, but they are still very broke and poor.
I mean, my brother, sometimes I'm sad about it. Because if I tell you the places I, schooled and the places I grew up, I mean, sometimes it makes me feel sad that, just let's not talk about it.
Yeah, but I really just want to understand the difference between somebody who says that, okay, great, my life is terrible and I want to change it. But then there's somebody who has an even worse life than you,
Yeah.
but never gets to change their life, never get to do anything, as you're saying, lazy in the mind, lazy in action.
So life gives you choices. And in the choices life gives you, you are either choosing to be consistently putting effort to becoming who you want to be, or consistently choosing where life puts you. I used to tell someone that there is no such thing as what will be. No. It is what I want, will be. So there are two types of people. The people who are what will be, and what I want will be. Even in my conversations with some people sometimes, I'm very adamant. I won't listen to you. I want you to do what I am saying. I'm intentional about that statement sometimes, even though it sounds like an arrogant statement. But the same arrogance is how it should be, even in your pursuit in life. That what I want, would be.
Meanwhile, the Bible says, thy will be.
the same way people from worse backgrounds have turned around their story, it's the same way even people from the best backgrounds have also turned it around.
Exactly. Exactly. You can see someone who comes from a good family and then they build on it and become super wealthy.
Yeah.
You see somebody who comes from it's the same good family
Yeah.
and they become a drug addict. Their life become a complete mess.
Someone once told me, "Oh, why am I not a drug addict? Why am I not, a mess? Even growing up with a single mother, why am I not like that?" I was like, it is what I decided my life to be. Yes, God would always say yes to the things you want in life, but you have the more power to decide.
If you speak on this 10 more sentences, that sums up a lot of the reason why people are so dependent on religion.
Yeah. A lot of people believe that a lot of people believe that God has, God has a book where He has written their life, and they always have to consult God, so God can guide them through. Meanwhile, the same Bible says you are God. So if you are God, it means you think like God. It means you have discernment like God. It means you have the same, like it just means that everything God is, you are. So if you decide to do this, it is because God decided for you to do it. My brother, there are some people that are poor that also believe God decided for them to be poor. Do you know that?
You're kidding.
Yes. And there are some people that are rich and believe that God actually blessed them.
To be rich.
Some people that are not religious or that are not Christians, the billionaires of this world, they believe that they got rich by their consistency, their efforts, the system, manipulating, and all of that. And for us who are Christians, for us who believe in God, we believe that, God actually gave us grace. God gave us the network. God guided us. When I came here, what did I tell you? God gave me the vision for real estate. It's not to be religious, but it's because I also prayed and I also believed God laid it in my heart. My brother, when it was not working out, I said for 3 years in my life, I didn't sell one thing. God gave you a vision, but you're not selling anything in real estate. God gave you a vision, but you dropped out from school. Make it make sense. Would God tell you to do that? Drop out from school? Would God tell you to start real estate knowing you have no resources? But I said God said so. And God has blessed me today. So the same way some people will tell you they are poor because God chose for them to be poor.
You made a statement, man. You said you took a job and the job did not change your situation,
It didn't.
but it taught you a lesson.
It taught me a lesson.
You learned.
In fact, the same job I got then, my former boss, we still talk. He got me recently my best deal ever in the market. My former boss. Yeah. He got me a joint venture in Victoria Island, my brother, for 80-20. All my life in real estate. I've never signed 80-20. I've only signed 50-50, 54, and others. And in fact, the most I've signed was 60-40. And that 60-40 even, I paid premium. The job taught me a lesson. And also it was also the foundation of a relationship.
The foundation of relationship.
Well, when it comes to building relationships, trust me, it's tough. And I can understand why people sometimes burn relationships. I came into a realization very late in my life that the money you're looking for is in people. The opportunities you're looking for is in people. The greatness you would become is in people, because where you want to be, people have been there. It's not new. So if you want to be there, what do you need to do? Build the relationships.
When people get to the level you are, and the many people I've spoken with, sometimes it may look as if they don't understand the struggle of the average person. Do you know that? It may feel as if, even though they may have come from that same struggle, or even harder,
Yes.
it sounds as if, man, you don't understand my struggle.
But guess what?
Mhm.
In my academy, we've done over 30,000 with data. So it's not just saying it, and it's for free. We've done this academy for free. I've seen people give me excuses about why their life would never change. And I've seen people also took advantage of everything we taught them, and everything changed.
The people that take action, their lives indeed change.
Yes, it takes time, but it changes.
Now, somebody in the comments is right now going to say, Ayo, tell us the truth. Like, what is there? How did you make it? And then it's like, everything you've said, they haven't heard it. They will now say, show me the way.
What if I tell you that till now, I've not raised a single dime from the bank? I've not taken a loan. I don't have any investor in my business.
How were you able to do it?
Selling. I sold. I taught people how to sell. They went to sell. Yes, I got into problems because there was inflation. I've delivered terrible projects, but I'm also delivering very good projects. I've bought lands and lost them. I've lost a lot of money. I bought a land worth 6.4 billion and lost it. But I don't owe anybody. I don't owe the bank.
Where did you get the money?
To start,
Yeah.
when I wanted to start real estate development, right? In fact, at that point in time, it was COVID year, 2020. And our rent was 6 months behind. And after COVID, what was going to happen? We will be thrown out of the house. I slept at least on the couch for 6 years of my life because, we couldn't really afford a very big house. I left home one day and I told my mom I was not coming back until I make money. I slept in different places. I slept at the park. I slept at the point someone took me in. We would go for inspections, go to different lands. What did I do, my brother? I met with some family who owned a large portion of land. It was not even like very large portion per se, 5 acres of land, right? And I had an agreement. I told them, see, I want to buy this land. I'm coming. In fact, I had drafted the agreement. Then I went ahead, got a graphic designer. I can even find the guy for you. I didn't pay him. I said, please design this is for me. Design Stallion Spring Estate. That was my first estate. Put this price on it. And I started marketing it. I cried, I prayed, I did everything. I did all my business incorporation. Everything took time. I was frustrated. But guess what? I was able to make my first sale. It was 6.4 millionaire. And that changed everything. Guess what, my brother? The same 6.4 for another person would not change anything. But the same 6.4 changed everything for me. And the same 6.4 did not exactly change my life immediately, but at least got me started. From that 6.4, I paid a deposit to the landowners. From that same 6.4, I got a shared workspace. From the same 6.4, I bought 2 suits, at least.
You're upgrading.
I paid off my mom's rent, gave her some money, and back to zero. But good thing now is what? We have the land. We've paid the deposit. We've paid the graphics guy. We have a shared workspace. And now I don't have a house, don't forget. So I started sleeping in the shared workspace. Yeah. And just kept trying to sell. And where we are. When I started my first project, I built 6 terraces, 2 fully detached. When I wanted to sign a project, I took an investor to the meeting. The day I signed the project, the guy vanished and disappeared.
Wow.
But guess what? Today, the project is delivered. Today, I own one of the units that I didn't decide to even sell. Yeah. I took another project, took an investor there. It vanished. Today, the project is delivered. I even gave my mother a house there. Where we currently are, just behind you, I have a land. I took an investor there. The guy asked me for 60%. 60% returns in a year. How? But because I was able to buy the land, I gave it out to another developer. So I have, how many more percent? Let's just say I bought the land for like 10% and I have over 2,000% interest. Returns. Let's just be like that.
When you started talking about the action you took to get the acres of land, get it designed, and then try to make the first sale, I went into a zone where one of my pastors, that man has been a pastor for over 35 years. He's one of my senior men. he tells me that, Derek, the last 5 years, my life has changed. Because there was a time I went on the land. When I saw the land, I told God I want this land. And I started looking for the family. He found the family and told the family he wants to buy this land. At the time, he had nothing, no money. After serving God for over 25 years in hardship, he only came to that realization 5 years ago. Today, he owned that space.
Let me be honest with you. I'm not where I want to be in my life yet. So I wouldn't say I'm successful yet. Yeah, people see me as, but I won't even say I'm successful yet.
You are driving my dream car.
I won't say I'm successful yet. There's still a long way to go. Very long way. But guess what? One thing I've realized is this. You can achieve whatever you set your heart, whatever you set your mind to. Remember that it's like magic. It's like drugs. It's like taking drugs and feeling fly. But I'm not going to lie to you. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to. Anything. Name the craziest things. I didn't know I was going to buy this car. I want a Lamborghini and I'm going to buy it.
You buy.
I want a Rolls Royce and I'm going to buy it.
I beg, when you buy, what's up? I'm coming to Lagos to sit in there.
It's a thing first of the mind. Just believing you can and just going for it. It's not going to come easy. That first same land, do you know the government took it? Yes, a road past it now. Yes. But guess what? I've solved the problems even. The same people I sold to them, I've compensated them, giving them another place. So it doesn't mean that if your life start on the wrong side or on the right side, it will probably go smooth and end up in a good way. No, you would you would have problems.
Ayo, what's the biggest mistake you made in real estate? The biggest mistake. Something that, this young person can learn from.
There's no mistake.
You haven't made any mistake.
Everything that looks like a mistake is a lesson. I bought land, I lost it. I started a project without money. Inflation met me on the project. I was depressed. I got the wrong contractor on a project. The project turned out something else. It's not a mistake. It's not. In fact, when people ask me, what would you have done differently? Nothing.
So this is the thing. Let me tell you the thing. And I know you're going to be in the comments. Somebody said, you keep interviewing successful people. We want to hear their failure story.
It's no failure.
So if you don't tell us today, I'm sure Kwame and Pascal are in the comments.
There's no failure, my brother. There's no failure. There is only lessons. Because the same failure, if you didn't take that action that results into failure, you won't even be successful anyway. You won't. When you see a warrior that is crowned as a warrior, what is his back like? What are the bruises on his... Exactly. Do you think there's a warrior without marks and bruises? So those bruises, do you think they were pain because he failed to fight? No. They were pain to make him fight better. So there's no failure. I think maybe in my life now, there's just some things that I'm realizing that, a lot of people won't agree to. First, agreeing that there's no purpose. There's nothing like purpose.
Yep.
And just believing that life is in phases. And maybe they're just purposes.
That's right.
And maybe also believing that there's no failure.
Right.
If you give up, you give up. Giving up is not failure. You've given up. That's up to you. But if you failed, that's not failure. That's only a lesson.
Now, I want you to give me one strategy that you teach your students that this person listening to us can use to go to a family, somebody.
Good. First thing first, you need to understand where you currently are in your life. If you are someone who has access to relationships, all good for you. All you need to do is to leverage. Don't be proud. Don't try to be arrogant. Leverage on that network. Leverage on that, relationship, right? to build. Don't even be arrogant or proud that you can do life on your own. If you have access to people who can support you, who can help you, take it. If you don't, tie your, maybe adjust your seatbelt, and do it the right way. What's the right way? How can you be seen? My brother, one of the things I did early was to start building my social media. From only Instagram alone, I've built so much relationships and I've built, in fact, nobody knew me. Nobody knows me. I literally built from the internet. We've sold estates, and not just land, estates, my brother, from Instagram. How? Brand it well, make videos, be consistent, design flyers, show progress updates, take people to sites, do promotions, sell.
How do I get the site? The site, you know?
Okay, fine.
You've
You want to
taught
do real
me
estate?
everything.
Good.
But now I want the site. Where do I find the site?
Do you want the site? Now, there are two ways to go about it.
Okay.
Number one is either you say you want to sell land or you want to sell houses, right? But prior to all of this, you need to have experience in working for people also, whether independently or in person with them. Now, when you want to get the site, it's simple. Just, there are agents around. They know lands around. Even if it is your backyard, look for a land available. Meet with them. Please, do you own this land? Do your due diligence. If they own it, have conversations with them. I want to buy this, right? I would come pay you at this time. You know that you cannot pay them. But of course, they need to hear that you can pay them. So you have to be confident. I will come pay you at this time. Then do what? Go and start marketing. Go and start meeting people. Go and start knocking on doors. Design flyers. Start marketing it. You're not scamming people. In fact, you can be very honest with people even. Even after I started, there are times where, there was a time I was going to buy one of my biggest land. It was about 200 acres. And I just needed how much at that time? I just needed like 10 millionaire. And there was this client who had bought just one plot from me. How much? It was like 1.5 millionaire land even. But I called him that morning and I said, my brother, I need this amount of money. I need to buy this land. I was like, okay, no problem. What did I do, my brother? I gave him the craziest deal ever. A land I would sell for maybe like 2 million. I gave him for 500K. That's how you raise money. Take care of that part first. So you can also meet people, give them deals. So if you're just starting, all you need to do, look for a land, look for a property you want to jump on, and negotiate with them, get the deal, right? Then go and look for people to buy it. When you're looking for people to buy it, give them deals they can't reject. Because the very first thing would not be you making profit. The very first thing would be you getting started.
Right.
But the problem is people want to get profit. That's the problem. But when you want to get started, even if you are selling below, you will still take it.
I see.
Because what? It gets you started.
You mentioned due diligence. I've seen the land. They've agreed. What do I check for? And where do I even go to check, to do the checks?
The land ministry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I go there, what questions am I asking them?
It's just giving them the survey of the land and maybe confirm the title also. Well, maybe it also confirms with, the land registry, the name on the documents and in the ministry also. It's that simple. Due diligence
Is every land in Nigeria titled?
No.
Okay.
Not
So
every land.
in a situation where the land is not titled, then what do I do?
Just still do a due diligence to be sure that they own it, right? Then have a plan to get title on it.
In Ghana, there's something called test the land.
Yeah.
So, yeah, test the land. So it's a mechanism that we use. So if I come to your land and you say the land belongs to you, I say, okay. I say, I'll buy it. Okay. The next morning, I'm bringing sand on it. If I pour the sand on it, or I bring my workers to pretend as if they are laying blocks, and there are issues on it, if it doesn't belong to you, the real owners will show up.
Okay, yeah, we do that also. But we do that for like distant lands. For all those, big acres we buy, we do that also. Where you just give them a deposit and then or maybe you can even agree not to even give them anything first. You put a signboard, you bring machine. Once there is something, they'll come out.
the owner will show up.
They'll come out. So, there is that also. But, you might not be able to afford those things as a
Right.
startup. But what you might just be able to afford That's why okay, fine. I would say maybe the only mistake that people should not make when it comes to real estate is doing things because they look easy.
Let me stop you here for a minute. So if it's your first time watching Konnected Minds, or you have been here before but still have not subscribed, do us a favor, because majority of the people that watch our videos have not subscribed. This doesn't help us grow beyond what we expect. So help us by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you. Now let's get back to the conversation.
Don't go and sell a land because it's cheap.
Right.
I'll say that's maybe one mistake you shouldn't make, right? I think you should be very confident to design a product, right? Whether you're designing a blocks of apartment or you're deciding to sell plot of land, but make sure there is either a plan to get a title or just don't make certain mistakes because they'll bite your ad and it's not worth it in the long run. They'll bite your ad. I mean, those are the mistakes I made that I'm correcting now. But to me, they don't even look like mistakes. They don't look like failures because I wouldn't have started anyway, right? And at that time, I even did my due diligence and it looks like everything checks. It's just unfortunate, right? But I mean, thank God I'm still able to fix things. But however way, either you start small, you start big, just make sure you start.
Whether big or small, just make sure you start. You know the Nike slogan, just do it. Ayo, is there anything we could have discussed that we still haven't spoken about?
Maybe just emphasizing on how much there is no failures, even in life,
Yeah.
in your relationships. I mean, I've seen people have a failed relationship and their next is like the best ever. And God forbid, if they decide to even leave that one, they're standing that best ever again.
Yeah.
So I don't really think there's anything like failure. I really think there is a thing like you becoming the best of yourself.
Don't forget that on the 9th of September, we're going to Kumasi for Konnected Minds Live, and you don't want to miss this. So check the description, and you can also check the comments and grab yourself a ticket. Great. Motivation or discipline in the pursuit of success? Which one?
It's crazy. These are things I, even talk to my guys in the office about. I always tell them, I said, see, motivation won't get you far. There are times in my life where people try to talk to me and I'm like, see, I don't need motivation. I'm not looking for motivation. I need results. I need evidence. I need to see that it's working, not motivation. No, that's not what I want. So discipline is it.
Discipline is the key.
Yeah. And discipline is just consistency.
Right. Showing up.
Showing up. Just
Showing up.
Doing something, even if it doesn't feel good, even if it's not interesting, even if it's not getting a result, or just doing it. Just doing it and giving your best to it. That's discipline. Be consistent.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
I think it's the same thing that changed my life. Do one thing and do it well. Find one thing and do it well.
Amazing. Ayo, my viewers and listeners on Konnected Minds, they love to read and to listen to books. So can you recommend a book for us?
So many books, but one course that I can bet you will change your life is still Jordan Bedford, Straight Line Persuasion. It has the course from Module 1 to 10, and I think he has a book for it also, the Straight Line Persuasion. That is what changed my own life, and I think it will change people's life. I mean, there were a lot of other books that I read. There were a lot of other books and videos that I've seen. Most I can remember, most I can't. But just that one, my brother, it will never depart from me. The Straight Line by Jordan Belfort. It changed my life.
This has been an awesome conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
And if you made it to the end, don't leave without leaving a comment in the description to let me know that you made it to the end. And you've just experienced Konnected Minds in Lagos. If you want this to carry on, I'd love to know. My name is Derek Abaite, and I'm out. Stay connected.